Hey, it's my first time making one of these, so if it's bad, you don't like it, I don't care. The headphones is a Bluetooth headset. I'm not listening to music. The built-in mic in my computer sucks. I use this for better audio. It still sucks, but whatever. We're going to talk about the NC Star self-cocking crossbow. Now, yeah, there's plenty of video reviews on this thing already. Why do we need another one? We don't. That's not what I'm here for. I'll tell you how to turn this rattly, poorly constructed hunk of crap into something that might be almost useful. When you get it, you'll notice that it has a steel cable instead of a nylon string or whatever the hell they make strings out of. I shot this thing about 20 times, so I'm kind of familiar with how it works, and I don't like it. The compound limb is weak. People have reported that it's blown apart or exploded or whatever. Honestly, I think those people just put it together wrong, but that's neither here nor there. What I did notice was that the pulleys for the cable right here on this center U-bolt Allen wrench looking contraption, they don't set even. One sits at the bottom, one sits at the top on their little nubs. I thought I could put some spacers in there, but I didn't like that either because the cable itself tends to kink in two places on each side of the rail, which is basically right where the fingers for the self-cocking mechanism grab the cable, which told me the cable wasn't long for this world, which translates to the compound limb itself not being long for this world. So obviously I've already removed the bolt and the brass spacer from the nose, and I'm getting rid of this hunk of expletive deleted. So I got to looking at it and I was like, now what do I do with it? You'll notice in the frame is a slot right about there. Okay. That really doesn't appear to serve a purpose, considering the compound limb mounts directly to the nose of the frame. Then I got to looking at this little contraption, which is your run-of-the-mill $20 pistol crossbow with a fiberglass limb. Light bulb. I bought another fiberglass limb. You can get them for less than $10, eBay, Amazon, wherever you shop online. They run about $10 or less. I think this one cost me $8 delivered. So, slide the limb right into that slot. You now have a fiberglass limb on your NC Star crossbow. You don't have the rattle. You don't have the steel cable. You don't have a piece of shit. Crap. I'll fix that in editing. Maybe. What I do, though, is I use a dime on the face of the fiberglass limb, because you're going to reuse the bolt that comes with it to tighten the limb in place. Right back in its old hole. Screw that right in. Now off camera I'm going to go ahead and finish this assembly, but you want to make sure that the limb is pulled tight to the top of the notch, towards the rail. You want to make sure it's aligned perfectly even. You don't want it tilted one way or the other. You want it perfectly even, perfectly aligned, and level. Like I said, I'm going to finish this off camera, give you a look at it when it's all done. Okay, we're back, and it's in one piece now. Still rattling, but not nearly as bad as it was with that piece of crap compound limb on it. Like I said earlier, the bolt, we used the same bolt. It sticks out a little further than it did. If you want to take the time to cut that bolt down to size, go right ahead. It's completely unnecessary, though, at least for the purposes of this. There's a straight-on view of it. With the red dot sight it comes with, don't look at mine, it's dusty. The front peep sight is totally useless. I think I was just too lazy to take it off. I kind of prefer the look of it on there anyway. But now you have a fairly stable, fairly reliable, lightweight, light duty, light whatever crossbow for just a few bucks more than you originally spent for the NC Star. Now, I got mine on Amazon for like $40 delivered. Spent less than $10 on the limb, less than 5 on the string. So I've got like $55 into this, less than. A lot of people say that the red dot sight is worth 40. So there you go. I've shot it this way at least 50 times, maybe more, and very consistent, way more powerful than that supposed 90-pound draw compound limb was. Pretty much what you have is this, your run-of-the-mill cheap pistol crossbow, with metal rails and a self-cocking device and a little bit of a stock. You know, it is what it is. A couple of interesting things about it: the draw on this frame, on this crossbow, whatever, with this limb, is about a ½ inch to maybe 3/4 of an inch longer than it would be on here. So it makes it even a little more stronger than these. Most of you are familiar with them. The quote-unquote 80-pound draw, these fiberglass limbs, again, that's just as big a dream as the 90-pound with the compound limb. They're actually about 25 to 30 pounds. The compound limb is, I would say, at best, this would be like 40-pound draw. But it turned into a much more enjoyable, much more useful, much more fun, I guess, adult toy. Well, that's not a grown-up's toy. But there you have it. One thing that would help, and I didn't show this on camera, is the dime that I used between the bolt and the limb to kind of protect the limb from the bolt. I actually glued it. I used some Gorilla CA glue and glued it in place on the limb. It made it a lot easier to get everything lined up and in there than trying to hold, 4 different pieces. I only had 3. It's a good thing to have somebody to help you. That way you can get a good grip here and hold that limb where it belongs while someone else tightens a bolt. That's what I did. My lovely assistant chose not to be on camera, so we won't make her. Hi, sweetie, I love you. But anyway, there it is. Cheap, but fun. Have a good one. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Little disclaimer here for YouTube's lawyers. Crossbows are not toys. I know I just called the NC Star grown-up toy because, well, that's how I see it, but it's not a toy. It's not for your kids to play with. If you're going to let your kids use it, make sure you supervise them. You don't want little Johnny putting little Derek's eye out. Shoot safe.